Bella Vista Community Television presents Bella Vista and Beyond. Today our host is Trisha Ayers, and we will be talking about behavioral health and circle of life. And now to the studio for the program.
Welcome everybody. My name is Trisha Ayers. My co-host Bambi is traveling this week, so we wish her safe travels. Hopefully she's visiting somewhere fun and she will update us when she's back next month. Today's show we are dealing with mental health and also hospice care. Not always the most fun topics to talk about, but very important, especially as we come out of the pandemic. It's very interesting and helpful for us to speak about those topics. So, my first guest is the CEO, Jordan Babcock of Springwoods Behavioral Health, and thank you for joining us today, Jordan.
Of course.
For taking time out of your busy schedule. We really appreciate it. So, for those who do not know, Springwoods Behavioral Health Hospital is in Fayetteville, yes?
Yes.
And what do you do at Springwoods?
A lot of different things. Primary focus around mental and behavioral health care. We also support substance abuse as well for patients and individuals that are struggling with mental issues.
And I had seen, I was at the website last night. I like to do a lot of mental notes when I'm looking at the website. Very well laid out, very clear for everybody. You deal with adolescents, then you have an adult unit and a women's unit.
That's correct. So we have a total of 4 units, a total of 80 beds at the facility. So 2 of the units are mixed gender. So we have a mixed gender adult unit, a mixed gender adolescent unit, and then a women's program. And newly this year we have a girls unit as well.
Oh, okay. And you offer outpatient services for adults, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We offer the full continuum of care between partial hospitalization, intensive outpatient, and general med management appointments as well.
Okay, wonderful. How long has Springwoods been in existence?
A little bit over 11 years now.
Oh, wow. That's great. Because it's one of those things that people don't know about you until maybe they need you.
Yes, that's typically how that goes. We're always here, but you often don't hear about us. And that's one of the things we're trying to do a better job of in the community, is getting more awareness out so that people feel like they can pick up the phone and ask for help instead of coming all the way to the crisis situation that they often end up in before they come into care.
Well, I know in the world that I deal with, Sharon and Meredith, who I know very well, do an amazing job getting out there and educating the community, so that's always wonderful. Do you always come through a physician to get to Springwoods, or can you, if you feel that you're in crisis yourself, can you just go? Do you call? What's the best way to handle it?
So a lot of different circumstances. The primary referrals are from emergency rooms, physicians, and clinics and whatnot. You can also come from a therapist, but we are trying to encourage, as I spoke a little bit about, more of that direct, families coming in, noticing warning signs in your friends and whatnot, and getting them out and into care. So we offer assessments at no cost, 24/7 hours, 24/7, 365.
Right.
I'm always offering those at all times. So you can walk in with no appointment. We also, we want people to make an appointment because that always helps things go a little bit smoother, but we're always there and always available for anyone in need.
That's good to know, because I'm sure with mental health issues, you can't always schedule it.
You cannot plan those type of things.
Wednesday, I'll make my appointment.
Yes.
Yes. And I was looking at the website. Springwoods received a very prestigious award. Gold, let me look. I have that written down. Gold Seal of Approval.
Yes.
What is that?
This is a regulatory body called the Joint Commission, does surveys on facilities. They also support the federal government in doing inspections and things like that. Okay. So it's a higher level standard of care, and we're subject to those surveys. And so we've passed that, and we have our Joint Commission certification, and have been maintaining that the whole time we've been in operation.
That's good to know. I will say one other thing, because I do like to go to the website and read the reviews. Whoever handles the reviews does such a wonderful job, because just putting your establishment out there for reviewing anyway, I think is very brave.
Yes.
Because you're dealing with mental health, and not everybody's experience is going to be good because of their mental state. But somebody always responds back to, can we contact you? Can we reach out? We'd like to know about your experience. I mean, that's amazing. But I think 99% of the reviews are just great place to go, great care, and I think that eases people who may need mental health.
Definitely.
Do you think, have you seen a rise in inpatient services because of the pandemic? Are people struggling with mental health because of the pandemic?
Yes, it's been an interesting transition. On some level, I feel like we're seeing during certain time periods when COVID was escalating, we saw a little bit less traffic because people were obviously in fear of going out, fear of going to hospitals and whatnot. But I think that's also created kind of this logjam and this backlog of people that maybe needed to get care or saw those warning signs, and they were unwilling to go out because they were in fear of the medical concerns of COVID. And they've been not dealing with some of those issues, and let alone all the pressures from changes in society, changes in their environment, losing their job, losing loved ones, and just the general constriction of what was going on in the environment. That's contributed to a lot more as well. And I think one of the biggest things we saw as far as data and trends were concerned is the difference in the amount of people that have never been in care before. And so we're seeing people that have, you see your frequent flyers and a lot of people that struggle with mental illness or severely mental ill, you see them. But these are people and family members that have never needed care that are transitioning in. And, a lot of people are coming in and just calling us to get assessments at no cost, and they don't come inpatient. They don't come into any form of care. But they're just inquiring, am I okay in this new world and dealing with new things, and we're there for them in that way.
So that's a good point. So just because you go and get assessed does not mean that you're going to be inpatient.
Absolutely not,
I think maybe that's a fear from some people.
Yeah, and the point of the no-cost assessment is really just to align them with the right services, and that doesn't even have to be with us. If there's a clinic that's closer to you, or if you have established care or know somebody, or there's a specialist that's better designed to fit your needs, our job is to really find what the best fit is for that patient and get them set up with the right services. So again, that can be inpatient, that can be partial hospitalization, which is more of a day program, intensive outpatient, which is kind of a half-day program, and then individual, med management, which can be once every couple months. We really want to tailor that to the individual patient experience.
And we were speaking a little earlier that you are going to be coming and speaking to a group that I belong to, Healthcare Marketing Alliance. And one of the things you're going to be talking about is how employers can help the mental health of their employees. Could you touch a little bit on that, if you would?
Yeah, there's a lot of different things we can do as an organization. A lot of that really has to do with morale and how you appreciate your employees. And it's oftentimes we want to look at these big things and think of it that it's, this big events that make the difference. And really a lot of it's the day-to-day and watching those warning signs and knowing your people well enough for when they may be struggling a little bit and understanding some of the weight of what we've all been through for the last year and a half. It's very heavy, no matter what your position is or what industry you're in. It's taken a toll on all of us. And so it's watching that and doing the little things, I think, is one of the biggest difference that's been successful for us. And it's been so hard as employers, even from my standpoint in my hospital. There's a lot of restrictions on what we could and couldn't do, right? Before we could get together and share different things, and even the conversations are different and so much different events through Zoom and some of the disconnected. But now it's time to get back and get connected again and start to build those bridges and not delay that and start appreciating your people, pay attention to the warning signs, and work towards that positive culture.
Yes, and I think because you mentioned Zoom, so many of us conducted most of the year via Zoom, and it was really easy to look good for that meeting, but maybe struggling afterwards. So I'm so glad that people are coming back into the office, even not as much. I think some people are working remotely, but that connection that we're now having with our employees and our managers is going to be so good. Any big plans for Springwoods coming up? Anything in the future that's exciting that you can share with us?
Yes, a couple different things. I think one of the biggest things is we've expanded our adolescent program to the girls unit, as I discussed, and we're looking to add more outpatient services for the adolescents, so partial hospitalization, individual med management as well. And then looking a little bit further down the road, we're also looking at adding individual therapy. And then as things continue to grow and expand for us, having UHS as our backing, which is a great company to work for, we're able to look at physical expansion. And when we get to that point, I'd really like to serve one of the populations in the state of Arkansas that I feel like doesn't have enough love and care. That's the autism spectrum disorder population. So I have dreams to be able to open a unit for that someday. and then potentially continue to serve substance abuse as well, because we're seeing that, as we mentioned with the pandemic and how that's changed things,
Yes.
we're seeing a lot more people turn to substance abuse. So we do provide services for that currently, but I'd like to specialize in that more, and I believe that can come with some physical expansion as well. So those two.
Those are great plans and so needed in our area. We're somewhat lacking, I think, in mental health as a follow-up for people. But we're so glad that Springwoods is there. And so thank you so much for joining us today, Jordan. I really appreciate it. And, you know, if you have any mental health issues or you need to reach out, please do. Please, free assessments. You cannot beat that. Go out, get assessed, get some help wherever you need it. So thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break in just a few minutes, but before we do, I have some statistics about if you are in Bella Vista, you know that we have the Pro-Am golf tournament going on. People are coming from all over the world, which I did not know. Steve, our director, was telling us that all the way from Thailand, he was speaking with a lady. One of the prizes is $54,000. I wish I knew golf a little bit more than that. And I know that the Bella Vista Community Television Studio had 6 teams, so we must have some avid golfers out there. And then another one of the prizes is not for the pros, but for the amateurs. If they did a hole-in-one, you can tell I'm not a golfer, 2 Super Bowl tickets. So that should have taken up golf very soon. So we have a clip from the Pro-Am golf tournament that's taking place in Bella Vista, and we're going to turn it over and see what fun they've been having there.
Matt, I'm with the Boys and Girls Club. Hey, there's Scotty. He's in my team today. So
super, Matt. Well, I'm glad you participated.
Well, thank you so much for having us. We're one of the beneficiaries of the tournament, and we couldn't be happier. We want to thank obviously everyone playing today, and thanks for the support of our club. So, and it's all for the kids.
Yeah, and our Bella Vista TV station has a few teams.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Well, we participate in this every year, and it's a fantastic tournament. We're really looking forward to having fun today and going out and doing some good for the community.
And a beautiful day.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, hey, listen, you have a great day today, all right?
All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, fun course. Unfortunately, I'm not playing on Mary's team, but
Mason's staying with us.
Yeah.
So we're privileged to have such a nice young man golfer.
And I just locked my keys in the car.
Now, what team are you with?
We're with Sassy Lassie.
Okay. Well, best of luck to you.
How are you? How are you? Great day for golf.
Sure
Happy to be here.
Should be a lot of fun. Thank you, sir.
Alexandra Phillips. Reno. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys having us out.
Have you played in this tournament before?
No, this is my first time playing on this event.
You live locally?
No, I live in Thailand.
In Thailand?
Yeah, I just come here for the tournament.
Really?
Yes.
Well, fantastic. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Women's All Pro Tour?
Yes, sir. With the Women's All Pro Tour, and for the Bella Vista Charity Classic, there is currently 69 professional women golfers here today.
Oh, fantastic. From all over the country or all over the world?
All over the world. I think right now there is 13 different countries being represented in this tournament.
Fantastic. Well, great day for golf.
It is, yeah. It's one of the best ones we've had so far this year. It's either been a little too hot, a little too rainy, so today's been a perfect day so far.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
So how does the shotgun start work?
Well, the shotgun start works about 12 o'clock today. Everybody will be called up. They have an assigned tee time to a certain hole. Everybody drives on out. There'll be 36 teams out here today. It's a full field. There's 2 pros and 3 mostly Bella Vista residents playing with the 2 pros in a 5-person scramble. And the winner gets $54,000. That's about all I know.
Minus 49.99.
And no wonder I interviewed a lady from Thailand who's in the tournament today.
Oh.
That's pretty far away.
Coming from far and wide.
Yeah, I'm saying that's a pretty big purse.
Well, I know my playing partners, one is from New Jersey, but originally South Korea, and I think the guy is from the New York area also. Both just trying to work their way to become the next level on the Corn Ferry Tour and then make it to the PGA.
Well, great. Good luck to you all. Okay. Well, you got a nice day for golf.
Oh, it's great out there.
You guys played in this tournament before?
I have. Yes.
You have?
This is our first.
Well, that's great. Where do you tee off? What hole?
We tee off on the easiest par 3 on the course, number 16.
Ah.
Oh, well, good.
That was so much fun yesterday. We went to golf, Tubba.
I thought those were spray-on kind.
Bella Vista Charity Classic Pro-Am. Thank you all so much for coming out and playing in this fine event. We've got a great day for you. And I would like to make a special thank you to Discover Bella Vista, who is our Pro-Am sponsor for this event. And also a big thank you to Edward Jones Investments for providing lunch for everybody. Thank you very much to those two. So today's format is a modified scramble. The 3 amateurs on the team will play a 3-person scramble. Both the men and the lady professionals will play their own ball. Now the scramble team can use either of the pros' score to count as the team score, or you may play your ball from either of the professionals' drive. So play from either professional's drive or take the pro score, but the 3 of you need to play a scramble. Okay, we do have some special prizes on the golf course today. We've got hole-in-ones on all of your par 3s, with the big one being on hole number 16. Any hole-in-one on 16 today from an amateur golfer. It's not for professionals, unfortunately. Any hole-in-one on 16 for an amateur is 2 tickets to the Super Bowl this year. I know, yeah, not bad. Sorry. If you purchase mulligans, you may use them anywhere. It was $20 for 2 mulligans with a max of 6 per team. Okay, so that'd be 2 per player. Use them anywhere you want if you did purchase mulligans. All that is on the honor system. Okay. Pace of play is extremely important today, guys. We have 31 teams out there on the golf course. Please try to keep up with the group ahead of you. We have a very, very full course, so try to play without any delay and play as quickly as possible. All right, thank you, everybody. We do have the long drive competition tonight at Bella Vista Country Club. Should be starting at 6. So after this, go head over there and watch some long drive stuff. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great time out there today.
are so happy to be playing for the Bella Vista Community Television Station. They have such great programming, 92 hours a week. It's awesome. This is Renee's Ringers, and we are going to win. And Floor is going to be the champion. Floor.
Yay.
Hey, that's fun.
Hey, that's the Bella Vista TV guy. Yeah.
How you doing?
Okay.
That's wrong. I think I've hit a couple
Yes.
Then it went left at the end. Right?
Nice. Good putt.
Okay, Jared. Top of.
A lot of birdies today.
That's what we're trying to do, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Camera will catch you in that camera. Looks like a great time was had by all, and I think it's continuing to be had, and we hope that we get that event again. I'm sure it's an annual event. Be sure to tune into that and start practicing your golf if you would like to be on a team for the Bella Vista Community TV station next year. We would love to have you. Did you like those hats? You can probably buy some of those from us soon. So anyway, we're going to take a short pause, and we will be back, and my guest will be Nancy Desler from Circle of Life Hospice.
We will be right back. Stay tuned.
Bella Vista Community Television presents our sponsor appreciation. Audrey's Resale Boutique, located in Forest Hills. Find the perfect item for your home decor. Beautiful collections, quality clothing, and more. Make your dreams come true at Audrey's.
Welcome back. Here is your host, Trisha.
Well, hello everybody, welcome back, and my next guest in this segment is Nancy Desler. She is the Marketing and Communications Director for Circle of Life Hospice. Nancy, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
It's always so nice when you come back and update us. It's such an important topic, it really is, and it's one of those things, again, that people don't talk about until they need it, and I think it's important that people have the information.
Mm-hmm.
So Circle of Life, 2 physical locations, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. We have a hospice home in Bentonville and in Springdale.
Wonderful. And we were talking during the break about the pandemic. Fortunately, we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
And that your care continued during the pandemic. I mean, obviously you took extreme precautions with your patients, but it continued.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, we've seen growth throughout that time. We did set aside one of our wings as a COVID unit, and so we converted that completely to that to care for any that were suffering with COVID at that time.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I went on, as my favorite thing to do is to go onto the website, and I was looking, and you have this great section on the Circle of Life website, myths and facts.
Yes.
And if you don't mind, I'm going to read some of the myths, and if you will tell us the facts.
Yeah.
One is choosing hospice means giving up hope.
Yeah. When you think about the word hospice, a lot of people just immediately think, oh, I'm going to die tomorrow. And in fact, that is one of the things that we really focus on is the hope that it still has for us. We want to improve that quality of life. And so oftentimes when a patient comes to us, they're dealing with a terminal illness with limited time. But we really focus on the quality of life and keeping that patient as comfortable as possible. And so our goal is to have pain-free lives for them and just really make the best of those days that are left.
Okay, my next myth. Good care at the end of life is very expensive.
Yeah. In fact, hospice care is covered under most insurance. So we are paid by Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance. So many times there are no out-of-pocket costs for the hospice care that we provide.
And I think that's some things that people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
People I've spoken to
yes.
think that it's expensive care.
Yeah.
So,
in fact, it also covers any of the medications that are directly related to that hospice diagnosis,
wow.
in addition to medical equipment that we can provide. So all of that is covered with those insurances.
Well, that must be a wonderful relief for families.
It is.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, the next myth. Families are not able to care for people with terminal illness.
We have a great team who helps to really provide the education and the training they need as a caregiver to care for their loved one. Our team comes in and writes up a care plan, and they are involved on a daily and weekly basis. So we're going to have a doctor who's overseeing the entire care, and then a nurse, a CNA, a chaplain, and a social worker who's involved in that care. And so they are going to make a weekly and sometimes multiple visits throughout the week. So we are there in really assisting them with that care as well.
So you have a team.
Yes.
You really have a team.
They receive an entire team that really helps to care.
Mm-hmm. One more myth. You can't keep your own doctor if you enter hospice.
We work directly with their doctor and provide the care in conjunction with that care plan. So yes, we involve their doctors as well.
That's so great.
Mm-hmm.
I know, not in the myths and facts, but you have a wonderful program of granting wishes.
Yes.
I've seen some of the things that you have personally facilitated of end-of-life wishes. Could you share a couple of those, if you don't mind?
Yes. One of my favorite ones just happened a couple of weeks ago. One of our patients loved Mustangs and specifically Shelby Cobra. And so I reached out to one of our friends who has connections with lots of wonderful cars in this area. And we were able to provide that ride for him. And they drove all around through Bella Vista. And it was just a wonderful time for him. So we really love to kind of get to know that family and really to know what are some of those important things for each of those patients that we care for. And it may be a birthday party, it may be a special meal, it could be, a trip of some sort, a ride, of course, in any type of car that might be available, a hot air balloon ride, a fishing trip. So we really focus on some of those special things to make some great memories for them.
So people should be thinking now,
Yes.
if I was in hospice care, what would something be that I would like to do?
Of course.
And
yes.
Nancy will work her magic and,
I will.
and try and make that happen for you.
That's right.
I'm going to think about mine today.
Okay,
when
you do that.
Right. And also, you have an amazing women's auxiliary program at Circle of Life, just a powerhouse of volunteers. Could you talk a little bit more about that program?
Yeah, they're an incredible group. We have over 500 women who are part of that. And they pay an annual $25 fee. And those fees are the ones that help to grant those end-of-life wishes. So sometimes it's a special need that they have within their home. Maybe some broken windows, maybe an air conditioning, maybe a ramp that needs to be built. Anything that we can help in those situations to make life a little bit easier for them.
It is an amazing group, 500.
Yes.
Wow. Generally, the people who volunteer have been touched by the hospice process, I'm sure.
Yes.
Because I know everybody who, especially anybody who's been touched by Circle of Life, has nothing but wonderful things to say about about that end-of-life experience. And I would imagine it just gives the family time to celebrate that person while they're still here.
Right, absolutely.
So that's an amazing thing. Anything going on at Circle of Life that we should know about? Now we're opening up and we're starting to have events. Anything?
We really focus on being involved in any of our area facilities. We provide lots of different events that we can do. We'll bring out maybe some farm animals. We will host birthday parties, call bingo. We love to be involved in our community and provide just extra things, even for the healthcare workers that are within those facilities, and just helping to build relationships and caring for our community. That's what we're there for.
So if anybody is interested in either volunteering or just reaching out and saying, how can I be of service? How would they do that?
Absolutely. They can just call our main number. And that is 479-750-6632.
Say that one more time.
479-750-6632. And that will, they can connect in becoming a volunteer with us. We have lots of different ways that they can be involved. If it's patient care they're interested in, or working in our office, lots of different opportunities that we have. We have well over 100 volunteers already, and we're always needing additional ones to help in many different ways. So another thing that we do provide is grief support for our community, and sometimes we forget to mention that, but we offer free grief classes and support groups on a regular monthly basis, and they are open to our community. So if anybody is really needing that extra help, and those groups are free of charge to them.
Can you find that on the website?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have a calendar of events on there.
And the website is www.nwacircleoflife.org.
Or com.
Or com. Oh, okay. Right. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. I was there this morning. So, Nancy, as always, thank you so much for being here. It's a privilege. It's super important for us to talk about that, for people to plan. I know working at an attorney's office, the planning is the key, because then you get what you want. And you should also think about hospice care and how your last days, if you go in that direction, whether you want to be at home and have hospice care, or be in one of the beautiful beautiful buildings that you have. So please come back again.
Yes,
I always enjoy talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you tuning in to the show today, and we'll see you back again, and I'll be with Bambi next time. So we'll talk about her travels. Thank you.
Remember, you can see this show on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at various times. You may also view this program on YouTube.com by going to Bella Vista TV. This has been a presentation of Bella Vista Community Television.